All right, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and kick things off and get started with the webinar today. So we've got a really good one for you. My name is Stan Odenfeld. I am the Director of Business Relations for Heartland Workforce Solutions. This is the Better Business Workshop series, which we host every third Thursday of each month. Occasionally we'll skip a month or two, but for the most part, it's every third Thursday of each month. And so we try to bring together topics that are of interest to the business community that we serve. And at Heartland Workforce Solutions, our service area includes Douglas, Sarpy, and Washington counties. We receive funds from the federal government to serve not only businesses, but also job seekers. So we currently operate a workforce center located at 57th and Ames in Omaha. And we're going to be opening up a new center on South 24th Street very soon. And so that's what today's conversation is going to be about. And so with that, we're super excited about that new center opening. We've got Jennifer Rodriguez who is here today to talk to us about that center and about some of the cool features that it will have. But a little bit more about this workforce series and Heartland Workforce Solutions. This series is brought to you in partnership with Haram as well. They've got a lot of great events. If you haven't checked out their website and their calendar of events, as well as following them on social media, that you should definitely do so, because there's a lot of great business-focused events for HR professionals and a lot of others that would be of interest to you all. So I appreciate their support of what we're doing here. Super excited about the opportunity to show you some of the renderings and plans for the South Omaha location today. And again, as we talk about this, let me launch a poll question or two here, just to see who we have available or who's tuning in. And so, if you wouldn't mind taking a second and answering this question, whether this is your first time attending a webinar with Heartland Workforce Solutions or not, just to see if we can get a few new people each time is always a plus. So. One of the things I was mentioning with the federal funding that we receive with Heartland Workforce Solutions, we're able to make all of these things available at no cost. And similarly, all of our services to businesses are available at no cost because of that federal funding that we receive, as well as some local funding. And so we offer a number of different things, including job fairs on a regular basis, one-on-one consultations with businesses, all kinds of different tools and resources. We even have conference rooms that are available to utilize here. And because we are funded through the federal government and other foundations and supports, all of those are available at no cost to you as well. So feel free to reach out to us and we can connect you with those resources. So let me just end the poll. Looking at the results, we actually have, a couple new people joining us for the first time, and quite a few folks that have joined us in the past. So that's super exciting. And then let me see if I think I've got one more poll question for you. This one's fun. How excited are you for today's presentation to learn about the South Omaha location? Are you A, super excited, or B, super duper excited? Okay, and everybody needs to answer. So no, let me end that poll question. That's just kind of a joke poll question, but super duper excited says super duper excited says Rich in the chat. So that's also a good reminder for us as well today. Is that there's going to be multiple ways to communicate with Jennifer and ask her questions about this new South Omaha location. Because we're using the Zoom webinar platform, you can ask those questions three different ways. You can either ask through the chat, you can ask through the Q&A feature, or you can hit the button that says, what does it say? Raise hand. And if you choose that option, then we'll be able to unmute you and you can just kind of ask the question that way. So let me see if Jennifer is ready to go. And Jasmine, was there anything else that, oh, maybe Jasmine, could you do like a real quick recap of Jobapalooza and some of the cool things
Yeah.
that we just got done doing? Again, another free event. It was a big job fair. Jasmine's going to tell you all about it.
Yeah, thanks, Dan. Sorry, we're a little late. We're coming from a community listening session for South Omaha, so it was really great. But Jabapalooza was great as well. That was last Saturday from 10 to 12. We had about 38 different employers who attended. And then we had a great turnout with job seekers as well. We had 2 different food trucks. We had Zaytuna and Taste of Heaven. We also had First Student, and they had a DJ. So that was really cool. I think it set the vibe. There was balloon animals, popcorn, bubbles. Like it was just a great time. I know the kiddos had fun, and overall from the feedback we've received from businesses is, it was great. The vibe was there. They talked to a lot of great candidates. There were a lot of interviews that were scheduled. And so we're really, really looking forward to doing this again next year. We did sell out for businesses to attend. So we did try to keep it at a minimum there to try and accommodate as best as we could. And so if you're one of those businesses that missed out on this opportunity, don't worry, we'll have more opportunities coming up. I know we have another job fair centered around reentry and those programs in August. And then we have our annual spooktacular event that we also do in October, which is really fun. But yeah, overall, great things, great feedback. And we're really looking forward to it again next year.
All right. Yeah, and by selling out it means all the spots were reserved. We don't actually charge anything, so just make sure you get your registration in early, and we can accommodate you free of charge to be a part of our job fair. So super popular on that one. But yeah, we're going to do some really cool things in South Omaha. So I'm going to hand this over to Jennifer Rodriguez, who is our new coordinator for that South Omaha site, and let her take it away and talk about what's about to happen here in the near future.
Hi, thank you. Thank you everyone for your time. I appreciate your patience. Like Jasmine mentioned, we are a little behind, but we were with the community providing some information about some of the updates and things that are about to happen in South Omaha. So we're very excited for this opportunity to answer questions. I have a short presentation of some of the possible things we could see at the South Omaha location, as well as some of the renderings of pictures so you can start visualizing with us as well. And of course, we have some time for questions. You can feel free to ask those at the end as well. And let me share. Before I share my screen, let me tell you just a little bit about me, who I am, right? So I'm Jennifer Rodriguez. I have a diverse background, if you could say, some early childhood public health as well, serving the community and research, and emphasizing in providing services to the Hispanic community and high quality services in Spanish as well. And I will be working as a site coordinator, so I will be a point of contact for services program. And if you want to, build a relationship, strengthen the relationship, or so, I will be more than happy to help with that. Here, I'm gonna try to share my screen. Here it is. And I have too many tabs open, like always. Okay. Let me know if you guys can see it. Awesome, good. So, like we said, South Omaha affiliate, we are expanding in the South Omaha area. And my intention was to explain a little bit of who we are, but I'm sure Stan has the opportunity. Recap, here's our phone number for contact, email as well. This is our current location. We've been here for over 19 years. We're providing different programs and services to the community, making those connections to those job seekers with the ideal job, but then also making connections with those employers, connecting with the talent that is needed, and all collectively work together to create different career pathways that overall is going to serve the community. And so we are one of the, I'm not sure, Stan, if you mentioned how many American Job Centers we have over the United States, but we are around 2,400 all over, a mixture of a full American Job Center and an affiliate American Job Center. And so the South Omaha location will start as an affiliate job center as well. So with that, a little bit more about South Omaha, our expanding opportunities to South Omaha. And we want to highlight that this has been a vision that's been coming from years. The vision first started with our major, Jean Stouthert, coming up with this idea. She's a part of our CEO of our board members here at HWS, Heartland Workforce Solutions. And when the vision first started, it was based on trying to alleviate the needs from the South Omaha community to create more equity of opportunities as well. So that was the vision, that was the idea. It was always there for a couple of years ago. Now, when the opportunity, when we Heartland Workforce Solutions heard about the funding, the Omaha American Rescue Plan Act. I'm sorry, that is not Omaha. It's American Rescue Plan Act community grant. So you might call it as ARPA. That's a typo on my end. The ARPA funding, some people are more familiar with that. That made that possible. This funding is allowing us to secure a building in the South Omaha area. Canopy South is the owner of the building and is leasing and remodeling this building to our needs, which is a very fantastic opportunity as well. We also, by expanding our services, by securing a building in South Omaha, it definitely helps eliminate the transportation barrier, provide also more opportunities to have those services and eliminate the communication barrier. We are very intentional in having direct services that have the cultural perspective, but also is taken into consideration the languages. So far we are making sure that we have team members are providing services, yes, in English, but Spanish and other languages. That's our goal. And the other, as well as helping the community that has been highly impacted by COVID-19. So those will be some kind of like the vision behind the expansion of the South Omaha area. Now with that, we have this focus on healthcare and constructions. You may ask, how come healthcare constructions, right? Well, some of the reasons is we do have our board members, experts in other fields, but as well, we do have the Nebraska Department of Labor data that allow us to see what's the projection of the needs, the jobs needs in a community. And some of those were healthcare and constructions. So with that, we hope that this center could be the hub. We're calling it the hub. It may have a different name. We don't know. But for now, we are hoping that this will be the center for healthcare needs, for construction needs. If someone's interested and it wants to understand more about how can they have a career in healthcare or construction, they can freely come to our center, know that there's going to be resources, know that there could be opportunities for trainings, short-term trainings, certificates, or so, as well as that connection with those employers. Like I mentioned before, we are making connections, not just for job seekers, but with also those employers, so we can help transition those job seekers to the next ideal job with the job seeker, with the employers directly. And part of those efforts and the focus of healthcare and construction is from the business part. Stan, Jasmine, they have been working on creating this committee. For right now, there is a healthcare committee that includes different healthcare organizations, QLI, Children's, UNMC, Charles Drew, One World, I believe also Methodist now, and maybe more. I might be missing one too. You guys let me know later. So Jasmine and Stan have been holding these meetings where we are bringing these health organizations, are bringing their ideas, their enthusiasm, and the willingness to work together, non-competitive way, and provide different opportunities. So on June 20th, there will be a opportunity for those career coaches, navigators, those persons that are working directly with providing direct services with the people in that community, so they can understand more about what is it like to work in healthcare construction. What does it look like if you start working, well, in how you can grow in that field, how can you build and have opportunities to grow as well, and all the different benefits and things like that. So that will be a really ideal opportunity for anyone to learn more about healthcare pathways. And the hope is when we have this committee and we have a more infrastructure of the committee and understand more of the vision that we're going to go, we will also have another committee, but they will focus in construction. The idea is to bring those employers or organizations that focus on construction that can give us their feedback as well. So we can also either have something similar, or it could be a completely something different based on their feedback. Again, with the goal is to be providing these opportunities for that community to reach out and get into the fields of healthcare and constructions. Now for business services, if you are a business service, small, medium, large, or so, we do have different focus as well. We do provide educations, trainings, and those hiring opportunities as well. Like Stan has mentioned before, we do have those Better Business workshops. My goal will be, if we're able to have something similar, but a multilingual, being able to have this type of business workshops in different languages. What? Because we do know representation matters, right? As well as our career story, having those persons that are succeeding in their ways in the community that could lend a hand, that could be a motivation, it could be an inspiration for the next person. So that's part of the education piece when it comes to business. The training, we will also be hosting different workshops, trainings as well. We have our programs that will be expanding in South Omaha. And so we'll be able to replicate some of the workshops and trainings that we have here, again, with the emphasis of providing services that are cultural and linguistic appropriate as well. And with hiring, we are expecting to have job fairs that it might look a little bit different than what we're perhaps used to here at these locations. We might have different sites at the same time, or perhaps it would be a different time, but you can expect to have those job fairs, free job fairs for employers, free job fairs for job seekers, dynamic, innovative as well. And that's what we're always trying to seek for, different ways that we can provide those services. As well, we would love to have the employer spotlight, and as well, we have those hiring interview rooms where you can, as the employer, can feel free to use, as well as any other person that's walking in. And we will hopefully also be able to have more of those networking opportunities as well. And last but not least, we also have some co-locating opportunities for those partners or businesses that are providing direct services to the community, that are able to provide some type of education trainings or so. If this is something that you might be interested as well, let us know. We would love to have sit down, have a conversation, and see how you guys can envision your co-locating all these co-locating opportunity with us and go from there. Last but not least, I guess the most important thing that people wants to see, some of the pictures of the latest pictures of the building. So on the left here, you have a current building. The exact location is 4425 South 24th Street. It's right on 24th Street, between the two different churches. We have St. Luke, and then we also St. Martin. But however, people get more familiar with, I mentioned that this was the old funeral. So you might see some construction barriers right now. So if you stop by, drive by the area, make sure to take a look. Right now you might just see the old building, but there are some boards and some banners that will allow you to kind of visualize what would it look like. So here in the right is the picture of the renderings. So it will be very innovative. We have very different spaces where people can hang out at the same time. We want to make sure there's a welcoming space and anyone can feel free to come in and use our services, use the computer rooms, use the resource rooms, use the interview rooms, as well as other businesses, small, medium, large, or so, nonprofits wants to host meetings or different trainings, events. They can definitely use our conference room and our training room as well. And next to us will be a coffee shop. We do not own the coffee shop. We do not manage the coffee shop. That will be under Canopy South, and they will release more of that information when appropriate and when they have those vendors. Something that I do know is that they are intentional in making sure the vendor that is there is someone that understands the culture and that also comes from a minority background. And we also we don't necessarily have those pictures of the parking space and how we look around on the other side, just because Canopy South recently purchased part of the lot from St. Luke. So that means a larger parking lot space for us. So they are remodeling that area and we will have more of those renderings later on. And here I have a little picture of how you may look outside on the back end only. So we do have some front and back balcony type of spaces available. And this was one of the first renderings that we received about the coffee shop, but I don't think it's gonna look like that. Now, just a reminder, all the resource rooms, the services that we offer, the interview rooms, the offices, the training rooms as well, they're all available. They're all free. And as we continue to, some of our efforts to inform our community is through community listening sessions. Sometimes we hear that people have the idea that we may be an temp agency or so. So we want to highlight that we are here to offer services either for job seekers, employers, but also organizations. And we also want to extend the invitations for some of those organizations that may have ideas for your team members, or you see in the community that needs or is wanting to have a specific training or so. We will be more than happy to connect with you guys and see how those opportunities can happen. And here is my information, my email and my direct phone number. Feel free to reach out for any questions. And I'm always open to suggestions, always open to feedback. Let me know. And thank you.
So again, feel free to go and ask questions through either the chat feature, the Q&A, or to ask to raise your hand and unmute yourself. But just kind of jumping in with some questions, Jennifer, as you're talking about this new location, if a partner organization wants to be a part of this new location, wants to have a physical presence there, what are the steps they need to go through in order to make that happen?
I think the first part would be get in contact with me. My information is there. You can also go into our website. We have our directory there. We will start with having these conversations to, oh, it's hard to hear. Sorry. Okay, that will be the first step as well. We are open to any suggestions. So let's go ahead and have conversations. We would like to show as well the plans, the renderings, how the size looked like, so you can envision it. Perhaps you may have, as a business, you have an idea or you're looking for something specific, and we may not be able, or we could provide those services, the space that you are needing for your business. So the first step will be to contact with us, and we'll have this conversation. We'll show you what we have and then go from there.
And also I had a quick question. What do you envision like the career fairs looking like in South Omaha? Will it be the same or kind of have a different approach?
I think it will be a variety of different things. Why recreate the wheel, right? When something's working so well. And I love how creative, innovative, the job fairs that currently are happening here, like the re-entry job fair. That's amazing. The spectacular Jabapalooza. Those are fantastic things to do. So we probably do an adaptation of some of the great things that you guys are already have been doing here, but also taking into consideration the culture, the community. We might do things a little bit different. We have some ideas, nothing set in stone, but doing like a carnival laboral type of outdoors job fair. Or we right now we came from a community listening session and we had this idea. I will share it, and Jasmine wasn't there too. How social media is taking over, right? Social media is important to have, and maybe having a job fair where we have a live job fair kind of information. So we have opportunity for all of our different employers to share 3-5 minutes of what they're doing. Overall, we're trying to be innovative. We're trying to make sure that we are providing opportunities and break those barriers. That's one of the things that I think a lot of people enjoy about the Jabapalooza. It's outdoors, right? It's family friendly. We provide some opportunities for snacks. And so that definitely, it will be happening there too. And it might look a little bit different, but we're always open to suggestions. We want to hear all these great things.
Thank you for that. I know Sarah put in the chat here, this is a great addition to the area and community of Omaha. We at HRM are excited about the future. Thanks for your comment, Sarah. So you guys can continue putting those questions in the chat or the Q&A, or you can raise your hand and we can also unmute you. Don't be afraid. There's a question, when might it open?
Well, that's a really good question. We are hoping to be open and running this fall. It may look in October or so. More of that to come. We will be able to keep you guys updated through social media. So please check our social media, LinkedIn, Facebook, as well as Instagram. We do have a TikTok account as well. So with that, feel free to follow us so you will have more updates coming out that way too.
We have another question. It says, can you tell us more about the employee spotlights and what that consists of?
Of course, yes. This is an opportunity. It's a free opportunity for all the employers. We do usually have some days where we see the majority of traffic, people coming in. For example, Mondays, we might see people from 150 or more. Tuesday kind of decreases a little bit, but around that range. And the other days, Wednesday through Friday, an average of 80 persons walking through from 8 to 5 or so. So we usually have spaces available in the resource room. So when people are walking in, the first thing they're able to see is the employer. We have a spot where you can display any information that you have. You can also promote events, new hiring opportunities as well. And we kind of do that on Tuesdays as well, but it could be any other day that works better for the employer. And with this, it's a great opportunity first to promote your business. It's a free opportunity as well to look for those talent that's needed. And if there is someone that is interested and you think it's a perfect candidate, we do have those interview rooms available there. So you can start that follow-up or even have the interview on spot if that is also possible. Thank you for your questions.
Here's another question. I might have missed this, but with other providers, but will other providers be housed at that location other than HWS staff?
That is a fantastic question. Yes, we do have some of our current partners that have expressed interest, and we have those conversations, and we are hoping to have them there. But we also have new partners coming in. That's very exciting. So we do have the WIOA Youth and Adult Nebraska Department of Labor as well, providing some of those service OHA, the Omaha Housing Authority, be able to have a liaison that will be helping the community, especially in the South Omaha Terrace. So that will be really exciting. We currently have a liaison that is located at 75 North, the coordinator, and is helping with all these different workforce needs. So this is a very much needed service, and I'm really glad that our stand here, they were to get us connected, and we're working together on that as well. We have seen also interest in conversations with Nebraska Department, Nebraska PED, Nebraska Economic Development, as well as EQUIS, some other opportunities there. I know I'm missing people, MCC. So more to come. And this is giving me great ideas as I'm talking about this. You guys want to know more about who is going to be there, right? So this gives me a great idea of keep you guys updated through social media as well, and keep you in the loop in that way.
Alrighty, I don't see any other questions coming through.
I forgot the HHS too. I'm so sorry. We also have a specialist from the HHS providing services on site too. So I'd like to mention we're a one-stop, right? So the vision is someone walks in using the resource room, but perhaps needing another service. We can have the warm hand, that referral with one of the providers on site.
And Jennifer, with all these partners being co-located there, are we expecting for those partners to have someone that speaks Spanish or be bilingual or speak other languages other than English?
Yes, is the answer to the questions is yes. We are very intentional. We know what the community needs are. We know that we need staff members that are bilingual, and we do know that the majority of the community speaks Spanish as well, but we're not limited to that. We're open we're open to have bilingual team members that can provide different services. And as well, we're constantly trying to also partner with different organizations so we can host different events and for different communities to speak different languages besides Spanish and English.
So, any last minute questions for Jennifer here? I know, Stan, you always have the good questions. I don't know if we asked them all already.
Trying to think if there anything else.
I guess what are you most excited about, Jennifer? I don't know if anyone's ever asked you that.
I don't know. I don't think people have asked me about that. Just being so close to that community and being able to offer that direct, to me, it feels that direct service, being able to making sure there's all these different components are being part of it. We're making sure that we are addressing the needs of that community. For me, it's very important to get that information from them. And that's why I like to do these community listening sessions, to get the feedback directly from that community and give them a voice. So I always been in all the different jobs that I have, always felt like being an advocate for our community. So this being in these positions definitely allows me to do that more freely, and I'm very excited for it.
Would you be willing to share some of the things you heard from the community today from that listening session? Just some like a recap maybe of everything. I know there was good information shared.
No, definitely. Some of the information is, of course, some people are more familiar with Heartland Workforce Solutions. Unfortunately, not many in our community in South Omaha. So we're definitely trying to be more intentional and create more of the efforts and inform our community of all the great services. And the greatest thing is when I name all the different programs and services that we have in-house, their eyes open up and like, what? This is happening and we don't know. And even now, like we always encourage people come in and check us out, take a look. If you have a question, if you don't know if we can do that, just let us know. We can always try to find a way or figure things out as well. Some of the other topics for that are interested is learning language, English as a second language, but business. They are interested in having different workshops for business. There was one very interesting today, how to expand your business. So this person had a cleaning service business, but how to expand into a construction cleaning service. So all those different things to advance in what they're already doing. And as well, we have some other feedback of those small trades that people can able to do perhaps at home, that eliminates the barrier of childcare and transportation and in language, but also gives the opportunity to earn money in a way, right? And also be able to stay at home from time to time. So they definitely really good feedback, and the excitement is there. Some of the specific quotes that I remember, just being excited and happy to have something so close, and or knowing that we have these services for so many years, but it will be closer, and that's very unique, and really people are really grateful to have this opportunity.
Awesome. I know Rich said, I would love to help increase referrals to Nebraska VR from your new location. Thanks so much for speaking today.
No, yeah, of course. And let me know, we can always meet and talk about it, perhaps how you can envision that happening. Maybe could be a way that we perhaps have not thought about it, and it will be great to have a conversation.
He also added, you rock, Jennifer.
Again, if you have questions, suggestions later, let me know. We're always open for that.
Awesome. Well, I hope everyone found this workshop helpful, gave you some more insight into our South Omaha project. I know Jennifer is working hard every single day, from the community listening sessions to furniture and everything to the smallest detail. She's on top of it. And if you need her contact information, just let us know. We'll be happy to share that. I don't know if Stan talked about the workshop for next month, maybe? No? Okay. So next month we have Eden Butler from Grow Nebraska. She'll be talking about all their services and their helpful services to women in business specifically. I know they have a lot of great events that they do. They've been utilizing our facility with the community room, gathering their big groups, and then they're also now a co-locating partner with us. So they're here at HWS as well. So keep an eye out for social media. We'll be giving them a big shout out for that, but they will be joining us next month. So keep an eye on social media and our newsletter if you're not subscribed to that, to keep updated on everything going on. Stan, any last words?
No, we just super appreciate everybody joining us and learning about our South Omaha location. And it's going to be exciting. As we open it up, there'll be lots more information coming out. I'm sure there'll be quite a few news stories and lots of social media stuff. So if you're not currently following us on social media across all those platforms that we mentioned earlier, please do so, because that's going to be your best spot to get the latest and greatest updates. Cool. Thank you, everybody, for attending. Thanks, Jennifer, for presenting, and we'll talk soon. See you guys next month.